Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your March 2019 astrology reading. And I'm super excited to be doing your reading for March because there's going to be a lot of changes happening for every sign. So I'm really looking forward to the changes that are coming for all the signs, but in particular, Taurus, you are going to be going through some major changes because you probably already feel it. But in the month of March, you have Aquarius moving into your sign. So it's going to be an amazing time because new things are going to happen and changes are going to happen, and who does not want changes? And when I say changes, I mean like different things that are going on for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the charts for the month. And the first thing that I want to mention is that on March 1st, we're going to be having Aquarius. Venus enters Aquarius. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that there's going to be a change in how we love people and how we receive love and how we give love our time and all of that. So with that change that's happening with Venus, Venus is actually your ruling planet. So that means when you're a Taurus and you want to know what are the phases that you're going to be going through, you look at your ruling planet. And because Venus, your ruler, is going to be entering Aquarius on the 1st of March, that signals to me, it's letting you know, get ready for the beautiful changes that are going to happen for you. Okay. Now you're entering an Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, your ruler. So Aquarius is all about freedom, is all about, innovation, change. And I think a lot of Taurus, not everybody, but I think majority, I would say 90% of you really have been wanting to break free from this being held back. I think a lot of you have felt in the past few years that you've been very held back, and maybe there was something in your life that was holding you back, and now you want a change. You want you want to break free. And March 1st is going to be that time that signals the changes that are going to be coming your way. So just keep in mind that, these changes are coming. Embrace the changes and enjoy them because, you have a lot that's going on. And I'm going to get into the reading and explain that to you. So yeah, so this is Monica Loves You, and I'm back with another reading. And I'm so excited because you need this reading. This reading is going to tell you exactly what to expect in the coming March. Now, if you did not watch my Mercury retrograde video, please head over there and check that out because I do explain exactly what we're going to be anticipating in the coming month of March, okay? And there's tons and tons of changes that are happening, so it's good to be aware of those, okay? Next thing, I have my beautiful Angel Tarot deck, which I'm going to be pulling 4 cards from here, and the 4 cards are going to represent the 4 days of the week, okay? So the 4 days of the week, each card is going to tell you exactly what to expect for each week in March. And then I'm going to pull one overall card from my Oracle deck. So I'll do that at the end of the video. So make sure you stay to watch all the way till the end, Taurus. Now, Taurus, I am so excited because all these changes that are happening for you are so beautiful. You know, new things are going to come into your life, new opportunities. So let's jump into the reading. So, like I said, on the 1st of March, you will be having Venus uh, leaving, to move into Aquarius. Okay, so it's going to be leaving to move into Aquarius from the sign of Capricorn. Okay. Now, a lot of you might have been overworking yourself or working yourself in the past, but now you're kind of shifting your energy, and you probably are still working because everyone needs to work, but not as hard as you might have been before. Okay. Now, with Aquarius, you're more liberated. It's time for you to, get out there and just really enjoy yourself as a Taurus with your ruling planet Venus in Aquarius. Now, even though it is Mercury retrograde, it doesn't mean life stops. You still have to live your life, you still have to work, you still have to do all these things. But keep in mind, Mercury does go retrograde on the 5th, but we're probably feeling it now, this week, this final week of February. That's why I'm getting all these videos done as quick as possible. Okay, so on the 6th of March, big change for you this month. So Uranus is entering Taurus, and Uranus is the sign of unexpected changes. Okay, so it's going to be in your sign for a couple of years, not a couple, a little bit more than a couple. But the good thing is that when Uranus is transiting your sun, you can expect like a lot of activity in your life. So some of you might have felt like with Uranus in Aries, you could have felt like a lot of what you were doing was in the background, like you didn't really get credibility. Maybe you didn't get as much credibility as you feel like you deserve. And what's going to happen is as this planet transits your sign, you're going to have more credibility, and people are going to come to you more, and people are going to look to you more with higher expectations. So so that's happening at 3:28 a.m. okay, on March 6th, depending on where you are in the world. And then on that same day, you have a new moon. We have a new moon happening in Pisces. Okay, so around the 6th, you might feel like, okay, all these changes are happening. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. But what you should be doing is you should be writing these things down, okay? Writing down what you plan on doing, okay? So some of you have plans to, work on things, okay? You might have plans to work, within a large organization or a group, or maybe some of you are getting back into working, okay? So these are things that you want to write down. You don't want to take action in March, because if you take action in March, then you're almost like, really going against the Mercury retrograde. And I do not recommend that you do that. Watch my video on Mercury retrograde, and you will find out exactly what I mean by that. But the beautiful thing, Taurus, is that, in March, you can prepare yourself. Some of you have plans to make money. If you have plans to make money, the best month to do that is in April for you, because you're going to have a lot of planets shifting into your second house. So some of you might be like, oh, I really want to focus on money making. Okay, that's fine, but doing it in March is kind of a little bit of it's a little bit of going against the recommendation of what an astrologer would tell you, okay? And that's because you don't want to start something and then there's miscommunication and all of that. So the best time would be at the end of the month, which I'm going to get into that more on what the things are you can do at the end of the month. Sorry, my computer went off. Oops. But here's the thing, Taurus. This is exactly why I'm telling you not to start anything now, because the Mercury retrograde is uh, starting to set in. So this is a perfect example. I'm not even going to edit this video because people need to see what I'm talking about and not think that I'm, going crazy. Mercury retrograde is real. Okay, so going back to the transits that you're going to expect to have. So yeah, we have a new moon in Pisces on the 6th. So Pisces is located in your 11th house. Okay, so groups, anything to do with groups, anything that has to do with your goals needs to be written down in a book. Okay, and then at the end of March, you can go back and make those a reality. So, even though we have a new moon suggests starting something new. But because it's Mercury retrograde, it's not recommended to start something new. So if it's not recommended to start something new, then the best thing to do is to write it down so that when the time comes and you actually can go about implementing that idea, implementing it, you do it during a time that is going to be best suited for you. And I'm going to talk about that because on March 31st, we have Mars enters Gemini, and that's when you want to focus on making your goals that you have in March a reality in April. Okay. But before I do that, you're gonna be going through so many changes that there's going to be a full moon in Libra, and then the sun enters Aries. Okay, so what does that mean? So when the sun enters Aries, that is your 12th house. Okay, so even though you're going through these changes, you're still, some of you, not all of you, but some of you are battling this like spiritual awakening. Some of you are still going to be, that's going to be highlighted for you. Some of you are still going to want to lay low, okay? And because you are going through transformations, okay? So some of you are going through transformations, and as you go through these transformations, the sun is going to shine in your 12th house. And the 12th house is all about meditation. It's about retreat. It's about taking time out for yourself and loving yourself, okay? And that's the key to really being happy in your love life and in your financial life. Because if you're not enjoying the time for yourself, to nurture yourself, it's difficult for you to nurture and be with others or pay attention to your finances when you're kind of dealing with your own internal struggle. So, and this is not for everybody, but Taurus, a lot of you are going through changes, and you have to be, you should be loving, you should be nurturing for yourself. So, around the 20th, there's going to be a full moon in your 7th house. So, with the full moon in Libra, okay, that's Libra rules the 7th house usually. For you, it's not the 7th house. For you, it's actually the 6th house that is the full moon's gonna be happening for you. But Libra represents relationships, and it represents bonding, okay? Whether it's relationships or it's business. So usually for Taurus, that represents the 6th house, which means your everyday work. Okay, so something is coming to a conclusion with your everyday work. Maybe you're finishing up getting a new job, or maybe you have a contract, or maybe something with your health, okay, is coming to a culmination. Maybe some of you were battling some sort of health issue, and then in March that's going to come together and kind of resolve itself, which is a good thing. Some of you may still be battling the health issue, but it's important that you keep an eye on your health, keep an eye on your teeth, because the 6th house also represents dentists. It's ruled by Virgo, but it is going to be happening in Libra, the full moon, okay? So just keep that in mind. So there is going to be a little bit of a polarity in March where the energies are kind of like in opposition, okay? Because you have the sun in Aries, and then you have the full moon in Libra. So some people, not everybody, but some people are going to be dealing with relationships and self, kind of like focusing on themselves and then maybe like trying to balance their relationship as well too. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Um, Now on March 26th, you have Venus going into Pisces. So this again talks about your goals. Okay, this is when by the end of the month during Mercury retrograde, you could really culminate your ideas together by March 20th. Okay, and when you do that, you're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel empowerment, Taurus, because you are now focusing all your love and energy on to something that is going to change your life forever. There's something that you are working on or that you plan on working on that's going to change your life forever. Some of you have a really good idea, but I'm sensing some of you don't have confidence in yourself. And I really think that you should pursue whatever it is that you are planning to do. However, like I said, and I'll reiterate this again, I do not recommend that you start anything in the month of March. Okay, so if you can hold off until April, that would be the greatest time to start something. Okay. Now, Taurus, like I said, Venus is entering Pisces, and that's happening on March 26th. Okay, and 2 days after that, 2 days after, you have Mercury going direct. 2 days after. So after you kind of sit down and you have all these ideas and you've written them down in a book, by March 28th, you can really plan a week later. I always say wait a week after March 28th. After Mercury goes direct, wait a week. And the reason why I say wait a week is because Mercury is going to go stationary, it's going to stop, and then it's going to move forward. It's not going to just go boom like forward. It's going to stop and then move forward. Okay, so it's important that you take your time with this, because you personally will be going through a major change, okay, with Uranus entering your sign. And that's a sign, Uranus is all about changes and surprises, okay? Now, at the end of the month, here's the good news. Here's the good news. I love good news. Okay. The good news, Taurus, is that you're going to have Mars moving into Gemini, which is your second house, okay? When Mars moves into your second house, it's the planet of Aries, okay? So Aries is like, it's like go, 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 go energy. Anywhere you see Mars transiting a part of your natal chart, you're going to see a lot of energy being pumped into your second house, which is your money house. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind that when you're spending money, make sure you're spending money on getting a return. So if you're spending money, spending, because you can get a lot of money, anybody can get a lot of money, but if they get a lot of money and then they just kind of spend it, then it's kind of useless, right? So yes, money is going to come to you at the end of the month and it's going to start flowing in just like everything else. But you have to make sure that once that money flows in, that you take that money to make more money with it. Don't take that money and just kind of spend it frivolously, because then you end up with nothing. And we don't want that. We want you to have a lot of money and be successful financially. Okay, so a lot of you have a lot of opportunities happening in March. March is a time to think. It's not a time to do as much as it is to think, okay? So, I'm so excited for you, Taurus, and I want to know what your experience is. Some of you may be going through changes. By liking and subscribing to my channel, it really helps me get a better idea of who you are, and it helps me with the readings as well too more. So, that's my reading for you for the month of March. Now I'm going to pull my oracle cards, not my oracle, these are actually my angel cards, but I have oracle cards too. And I want to pull these because what these cards do, Taurus, is they give you an idea of like, okay, first week of March, this is the energy. Second week, this is the energy. Third week, this is the energy. Fourth week, this is the energy. So it's going to give you a timeline of exactly how everything is going to pan out for you. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'll be right back. Hi, okay, I'm back. So I pulled these cards. I didn't even look at them yet, so I'm going to pick them randomly. So for the first week, Taurus, you're going to expect 2 of water. It's interesting because we have a lot of energy happening in Pisces, okay, in March, because it's Pisces month, right? So it's funny that you got 2 of water, okay? So I see there's like 2 mermaids and there's like water underneath with like fishes, okay? And it says a relationship that continues to grow closer. So some of you might have been starting a relationship, or you're going to be starting a relationship in March, the first week. And then it says forgiveness. Okay, the positive resolution of conflict. So some of you are going to be forgiving somebody in the month of March. Okay, and there's the 2 mermaids. Okay, with the fishies at the bottom. So some of you are going to be cleansing the first week of March, and really just kind of, maybe you're dealing with a relationship and you're focused on a relationship. That's what this card indicates here. Okay, the 2 of water. So a lot of you are doing cleansing. So for the first week of March, like, don't feel bad if you're taking time out for yourself, or you're just focusing on yourself. Take time to cleanse your body. Maybe even do like some salt baths, drink more water, up your vibration, focus on maybe a relationship that you need to forgive so that you can move forward. Okay, that's for the first week. The second week of March, we're going into the wheel. Okay, Archangel Michael. Okay, it says a time of positive change, which makes sense because you are going through a lot of changes, but they are positive. Okay, don't think that they're negative, they're positive. It says a situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So you can expect good things to happen for you on the second week after you forgive somebody. There's going to be the wheel. So, maybe number 10 is probably the second week. Look at the 10th day of March, where you might have some sort of resolution or something like that with a positive change, and also time to move forward, and fortune is on your side. So this is a good change. Like I said, this is going to be a good change for you, because I think you needed a change for a very long time, Taurus. Okay, we're going into the third week of March now, which is the 10 of earth. And there's little children and 2 angels that I see here, and they're like in by mountains and stuff like that. Okay, it says a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So, some of you are, spending time with your family. Some of you are also enjoying the little things in life. And it also says financial security. So maybe there's something happening in March, the third week of March, where maybe something with a job, or maybe something with money is coming in for you. I sense that for you for the month of March, third week of March. Okay, so that's the 10 of earth. So 10 could also be signifying something that might resonate with some of you. Okay, and the final card that we have at the end of the month is 3 of water. 3 of water, and you guys have a lot of water, like a lot of water cards and earth cards, water and earth cards and angels. And there's cups here. There's 3 cups here, and it says, ooh, listen to what this says. At the end of the month, it says a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement. The need to have more fun. So some of you are going to be having a lot of milestones happening at the end of the month. Maybe somebody's having children, or someone's getting married, or there's a celebration. and you need to have more fun. So some of you, like I said, were in the background for a long time, kind of just focusing on yourself. Take some time out to really enjoy yourself and enjoy your life, because you only have one life, okay? Some of us believe in reincarnation, and that's fine too, but you're here now. So like, enjoy your life while you're here now. I'm gonna pull one card from my oracle, and I just want to know what the overall energy is for Taurus and what they can expect, an overall idea of what to expect with this month of March. Okay, so let's see what it says for you. Okay, so you got the card of honor. Okay, so like I said, some of you are, going to be honored for something that you're doing. Okay, so like I said, some of you guys going through changes, but you're going to be honored, maybe for like honored because you're overcoming something. Maybe you overcame something that was so difficult that you might have not seen yourself coming out of this. That's card 21. So 21 might signify the day of the month in March where you get the honor, or 21 could be maybe like your birthday number, whatever the case may be, but someone's being honored. So that's great, Taurus. Great news is coming for you. Good things are coming. I just want to thank you for tuning into my reading. I really hope it was helpful for you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. As well, comment if there's anything that you want to express from this reading. And I do readings every month. I also talk about a number of things on my channel, like spiritual awakening and all of that. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I always love to have new viewers that I can help. And yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in, and I wish you guys all the best in March, okay? See you guys soon. Bye.